How do marine animals use ocean currents to migrate and feed? Imagine the ocean as a giant, flowing highway system, where invisible currents guide countless marine creatures on their journeys. These currents are not just moving water. They are vital pathways that influence where animals go and what they find to eat. Understanding how marine animals use these currents helps us see how life in the ocean is connected in a complex web. Ocean currents are created by wind, differences in water temperature, and the Earth's rotation. They flow across the surface and also move vertically through the water column. For marine animals, these currents are like natural conveyor belts that help them travel long distances with less effort. For example, sea turtles often follow warm currents to reach nesting beaches or feeding areas. Whales also relying on currents to help them migrate thousands of miles between breeding and feeding grounds, saving energy along the way. Some animals swim with the flow of the current to cover large distances quickly. Others swim against it to stay in productive feeding zones. For instance, fish and seals often adjust their swimming to take advantage of the water movement. When currents shift, animals may change their routes or timing to stay in the best feeding spots. Tracking studies show that their actual paths are a mix of their own swimming and the water's movement, making their journeys more efficient. Currents also help with feeding by transporting nutrients and tiny organisms called plankton. These microscopic creatures from the base of the marine food web. When currents bring nutrients from deep waters to the surface, plankton bloom, creating rich feeding zones. Larger animals like fish, whales, and seabirds follow these blooms to find food. Upwellings, where cold, nutrient-rich water rises to the surface, are especially important because they create areas full of life. Many small marine animals, like zooplankton, move up and down in the water at different times of the day. They do this to avoid predators and find food. This vertical migration is influenced by currents and light. When they rise to the surface at night, they feed on plankton, and then they sink back down during the day. This daily movement helps distribute nutrients and supports the entire ocean ecosystem. Marine animals have developed ways to sense and use currents to their advantage. Some fish swim against the flow to stay in familiar areas, while others follow the current to reach breeding or feeding sites. They also respond to changes in water temperature, salinity, and chemical signals to navigate. When currents become stronger or weaker, animals may adjust their activity to conserve energy or find new food sources. Changes in ocean currents caused by climate change are affecting how marine animals migrate and find food. Warmer waters and shifting currents can move traditional habitats away from animals, disrupting their routines. If larvae are carried away from nurseries or prey move to different areas, survival rates can drop. Predators that depend on migrating prey may struggle to find enough food, which can impact entire populations. Scientists study how marine animals use currents to better predict future changes in their behavior and habitats. This helps in conservation efforts and managing fisheries. By understanding these natural pathways, we can see how delicate the balance is in ocean ecosystems and why protecting these currents is so important. In the end, ocean currents are more than just moving water. They are the lifelines that shape the daily lives of marine animals. They help them travel, find food, and survive in a vast and ever-changing ocean world.